The Winter Olympics in 2022, also known as Beijing 2022, is an anticipated international winter multi-sport event set to take place in Beijing from February 4th to February 20th, 2022. And venues in adjacent cities of Yanqing and Chongli in the People's Republic of China. Beijing won the bid for the 2022 Winter Olympics by a 44-40 margin against Almaty, Kazakhstan. China hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 2008 and presently preparing to host the Winter Games, which makes the Chinese capital the first city to host both Summer and Winter Olympic Games. Beijing will also host the Paralympic Games, which run from March 4 to 13, 2022. After a global call for ideas which attracted more than 5,800 submissions, the organizers of the Games unveiled the mascots. The mascot for the Winter Olympics is Bing Duen Duen, a panda, dressed in a full-body shell made out of ice. And Shui Ron Ron for the Paralympics, a Chinese lantern child. Bing means ice in Mandarin Chinese, while Duen Duen means child. Will the activities be open to the public? Organizers have suspended plans to sell tickets to the Chinese public, citing the pandemic threat. But certain groups that have been appropriately checked and quarantined, such as government employees, sponsors, or government officials, may still be invited to attend. What is the political controversy surrounding Beijing 2022? The 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing are just around the corner, raising a slew of concerns about international politics, public health, and sports. Because of China's human rights record, including the abuse of Uyghur Muslims in the country's Xinjiang region and the suppression of pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. And also, the controversy surrounding the origins of the coronavirus has prompted activists around the world to call for countries and sponsors to boycott the Beijing Games. The boycott of the Games also gained momentum in November when Peng Shuai, a Chinese tennis star and three-time Olympian, disappeared from public view after accusing a former high government official of sexual assault. On Tuesday, U.S. legislators urged the UN human rights head to issue a report on Xinjiang, where Washington accuses China of committing genocide against minority Uyghur Muslims before the commencement of the Beijing Winter Olympics. Also, the human rights defenders are calling on the United Nations to get tough. And several rights organizations have accused China of having locked up at least 1 million Muslims in Xinjiang. The United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom are among the countries that have declared diplomatic boycotts of the Winter Olympics. Japan is also set to join the United States-led diplomatic boycott of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games, as it will not send a government delegation to the Chinese capital. But athletes from such nations will be eligible to compete in Beijing, but no government representatives will be there. North Korea is one of the countries that has stated it would not be sending athletes to Beijing. North Korea's Olympic Committee and Ministry of Physical Culture and Sports cited hostile forces and the worldwide pandemic as grounds for their non-participation, and accusing the US and its allies of seeking to block the Olympics from opening effectively. India is not boycotting the Games, although there is friction with China along the line of actual control. New Delhi has made it clear that it will not join demands from the West to boycott the Olympics. Some of America's European allies, who are also close to India, have taken a similar stance on the Games. According to reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan are expected to attend the opening event in Beijing. Who are the athletes to watch? Arif Khan of Jammu and Kashmir is India's only entry for the Winter Games, where he will compete in the slalom event, alpine skiing. Shifran is expected to be one of the most visible athletes in Beijing. She earned gold in the giant slalom and silver in the alpine, combined at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Other prominent faces on the US team include snowboarder Shaun White, who anticipates that this will be his last Olympics. 2018 Haypipe gold medalist Chloe Kim, the youngest woman to win an Olympic gold in snowboarding. And popular figure, skater Nathan Chen. The next Summer Olympics will be in Paris in 2024. The 2026 Winter Games will take place in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy. The Summer Games will then head to Los Angeles in 2028. And Brisbane, Australia in 2032. The host of the 2030 Winter Games will be selected in 2023.